Hi, this is Congressman Joe Morelle, and in honor of Read Across America Day, I thought I'd take a minute to share with you some of the books that I love and why I love them. I love reading. I've loved reading since I was a young boy, and sometimes when people were out playing ball, which I also love to do, I would get in early and spend time with some of my favorite books. I spent a lot of time at Sully Branch Library, which has been torn down, unfortunately, but is where School 33 is over on the corner of Bay and Webster. And I think I read every book about politics, American history, and the space program, which is a big interest of mine. But so, of the three books I wanted to just mention, this is probably my favorite biographical historic book, Team of Rivals, written by Doris Kearns Goodwin, who is an amazing American author and biographer. And the book is, of course, the story of Abraham Lincoln and his contesting the 1860 election and becoming the first Republican ever elected in this country. And his main rivals for the nomination become members of his cabinet, including New York's own William Seward, who had served as United States Senator and then become Secretary of State under Abraham Lincoln, was also governor of New York. And it's an amazing book. It has the backdrop of what was going on in the Civil War and why Abraham Lincoln was such an incredibly special and gifted man and an amazing president. So that's one of my very favorites. This one, The Pigeon Needs a Bath, I Do Not, by Mo Willems. Mo Willems has written many books about the pigeon and other children's books. I love reading this to my grandchildren. It's funny. It's clever. His first book, which is Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, won a number of awards and was inducted into the Picture Book Hall of Fame in 2009. And the pigeon is an interesting character, and when we read it together, he always has very funny voices, because that's what we do. And it's really a funny series of books. This one is really special in our family. Lois Lowry's The Giver. And this is a signed copy of the book by Lois Lowry, who signed it back in 2018. The reason this book is important in my family, and we have a lot of feeling about it, is it was my daughter Lauren who passed away from breast cancer in 2017. When she was a young teenager, this became her very favorite book. It was brought home by my wife Mary Beth, who was a middle school English and language arts teacher, and it's a story of a young man named Jonas who grows up in a dystopian world and has sort of mysterious powers, and where no one is allowed to dream or see things in color in the world in which he lives, he can. He's sort of special in that regard, and over time he realizes that he needs to leave this dystopian world and really seek out and find a new world, a real world. And Jonas is my daughter Lauren's son's name. She loved the book so much. One of the interesting things is I have a new grandson who was born on February 6th, and his name is Gabriel. And when my son Joseph named him Gabriel and my daughter-in-law Nicole, I thought, well, that's interesting, because Jonas in the book saves a little baby named Gabriel, and that's why they chose that name. So that's sort of a link to Lauren and the book that she loved. And literature's so important in our family. We're avid readers, and we hope everyone is too. And so not only on Read Across America Day, but I hope every day you'll pick up a book and read.